you want to have a full abdominal breath inside you at the bottom of the squat. So hope you want to start taking it in as you go down. And then obviously, once you arrive, if you haven't got a full abdomen, then keep breathing. And then what that means is you can go up into tall kneeling on a forced out breath. And a forced out breath is going to create supplemental tension in your core to give you that stability that you want. You know? And so what I would say to yourself, Gary, looks really good, is that when you get to a point in the range that you feel unsure about or you're no longer confident with, then if you could hold it there, great. If not, then just start breathing in and go back down. Don't try to go as high as you possibly can or go into a range where there's uncertainty. Just want you to go up to the limit of certainty and just experience it there, and then go down under control. Because you'll notice when that's better, because you're starting to lean over to your left. So you want to breathe in, so you've got that full core, and then make sure you drive up with that left leg. That left leg or left hip wants to be the driver. So you want to think about that left hip driving you up, but only go to the point of certainty. Now, if you actually don't know where that point is, well, then the first wobble that you feel is telling you you've gone that little bit too far, and then just go back down under control, because we want to make each attempt a successful one, because that's when you'll learn. And then if the first sign of a wobble is too late, then deliberately stop short. Just go up to a certain height that you know you can do, and then return back down. Now return down now, return down. It's better. Now control, get your breathing sorted. Keep awareness so you don't lean over to your left. And then breathe in, and then forced out breath as you go up. And then go back down, go back down. But remember to go back down under control. So you're going to breathe in when you go back down. Don't collapse. Breathe in and go back down. So let's try that again, guys. And breathe in. And you can possibly use both your hands on your legs, particularly that left hand. It'd be useful if you could do it and go back down under control. Yeah. So it's often the way that it's on deceleration is the difficult part. And so what's happening is when you go back down, you're just collapsing. It's got to be a movement, and one that's being driven. And so that breath in, driving the movement, will help. So go back down, breathe in and go back down. And so what you need to do is start doing that. You're going too high. So you possibly think, it's not worthwhile only doing it this little bit. Well, it is, because you'll get competence at the little bit, and then you'll be able to go that little bit higher, then that little bit higher, then that little bit higher. And what you could also do is do it with a wall to your left side, because you always fall to the left. And that way, you don't want to use the wall to stop you falling, although it will. You want to use the wall to give you information when you're leaning over. so that you know, hang on, I need to correct. I need to correct. And what could also be helpful is Joni there with you?
Yeah.
Hi, Joni. Merry Christmas. Here's an interesting little experiment we could do. Is what I'd like you to do when Gary does this exercise.
Yeah.
Is for you to be on his right hand side and just apply a small amount of pressure, enough for Gary to notice it, that to try to push him to the left. Now, that might sound like a disaster because he's already fallen to the left. Why are you pushing him? Well, he's fallen to the left because he's got a lazy stabilizer. He's got a stabilizer that doesn't know he's fallen over there. Well, if you actually, so go back down, don't start just yet, guys. So if you apply a pressure to push him over to the left, he should realize that and push back into you. So let's start off, Gary. Stay with your butt on your ankles. And Joni, if you apply some pressure to his right shoulder, as if to push him to the left, that's it, like that. And wait till you feel him push back into you. Yes, that's it. Now keep that pressure there. You keep pushing back, guys. Big breath in, keep pushing back, and keep pushing back as you go up into the squat. On and out breath, on and out breath. Push back into that hand, push back into that hand, and go back down. Push back into that hand as you go down. Now, that was way, way better on the way up, mate. Way, way better. Would you agree, Crispin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary noticed, yeah? And so that's a really useful technique for you to learn that correction. Because at the moment, and this was definitely something which I had back in the day, I used to lean right over on one side. And that was what felt to me as being straight. And so somebody just telling me, no, straighten up, wasn't going to go anywhere. But if I got that feedback that Joni was going to you, saying push into this, well, I can feel that. That's giving me the right information. So that turns the lazy stabilizer on, and you go straight up.